On this episode of the Black Boss Ladies Platform podcast, we're diving deep into the life and unparalleled legacy of a figure whose influence shaped the very bedrock of the civil rights movement, yet whose name isn't always at the forefront of our history books. We're talking about the incredible Elaa Jo Baker, the revolutionary activist and mentor.
Welcome to the Black Boss Ladies Platform, the place where legacies live.
So let's journey back to the beginning. Elaa Jo Baker was born on December 13th, 1903, in Norfolk, Virginia. Baker's early life in rural North Carolina deeply instilled a fierce sense of social justice, largely thanks to her grandmother's powerful stories of resilience under slavery. This same pride fueled Elaa's maternal grandparents as they courageously bought and cultivated the very land where they had been enslaved, a powerful act of economic self-determination that resonated deeply with young Elaa. After graduating as valedictorian from Shaw University, Elaa moved to New York City, a hub of intellectual and creative ferment. It was the eve of the Great Depression, and witnessing widespread poverty and hardship ignited her lifelong commitment to economic justice. She quickly joined organizations like the Young Negroes Cooperative League, believing firmly that people cannot be free until there is enough work in this land to give everybody a job. In the 1940s, Elaa plunged into the heart of the struggle against Jim Crow, joining the NAACP. As a field secretary and later as national director of branches, she courageously traveled the Deep South, recruiting members and spreading awareness, building a massive network despite the dangers she faced as a young Black woman. The landmark Montgomery bus boycott in 1955 spurred her to co-found In Friendship to raise funds for the fight in the South. Then, in 1957, she answered the call to help organize Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. New Southern Christian Leadership Conference, or SCLC, even running their Crusade for Citizenship voter registration campaign. But Elaa Baker was a woman of radical vision. She often found herself at odds with the top-down, male-dominated leadership structures of organizations like the SCLC. She believed true power lay not in charismatic leaders delivering grand speeches, but in the grassroots, in the everyday people, especially women, who formed the backbone of communities. She famously saw women as the unappreciated and unrecognized engine of the movement. This profound conviction led to her most impactful contribution. After the Greensboro sit-ins, in 1960, she left SCLC to empower the new wave of student activists. She organized a pivotal meeting at Shaw University that April, encouraging these young leaders to forge their own path. From that meeting, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee was born. With Elaa Baker's guidance, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee blossomed into one of the country's most powerful advocates for human rights, employing Gandhian nonviolent direct action. They organized the 1961 Freedom Rides and were instrumental in the transformative Freedom Summer of 1964, focusing national attention on Mississippi's racism and registering Black voters. Elaa knew voting was a key to freedom, a truth that remains just as critical today. Elaa Baker's influence was about igniting the spark within others, fostering their leadership, and trusting in the collective power of community. She constantly pushed people to dream big, believing deeply that this may only be a dream of mine, but I think it can be made real. Elaa Baker continued her fight for human and civil rights until her passing on her 83rd birthday, December 13th, 1980s. Miss Elaa Baker, you are a Black Boss Lady, and your legacy will live on the Black Boss Ladies Platform podcast.
Thank you for joining us on the BBL Platform podcast, the place where legacies live. We hope you will join us on our next inspirational journey to success. Be sure to rate, like, and subscribe to our show. For more information, please visit our website at theBBLplatform.com.